All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's video. As you can see, I have this big object in front of me. It might be, yeah, it's a little big. It's a bulky tote bag. And I wanted to just chit chat about my own hobby bag, which carries my rotating hobbies. These are the ones that I'm currently working on. There's many others that I have, but I can't put them all in here. I have a lot. If you've been a subscriber or have watched my videos over the years, you will know that I first started out with journaling and then drawing. I think around the same time in 2000 or 2001. And I started making art and buying supplies over time, buying paper over time, and it started slowly including other crafts like embroidery, which I haven't done in a while, um, clay, working with clay, working with collage art, working with watercolor, working with reading journals, commonplace books. I build up a mass of things. Obviously, if you bring things into your home, you're going to have to find a space for them, right? And me, since I have limited space and I have a small house and I share it with my family, finding a place for everything is very, very important. And if I don't have a place for it, I usually just lug it around. This is why this is happening, this hobby bag. And also because I tend to go to them on a weekly basis, I just leave them out here because I know for a fact that I will actually create something out of these. The first thing I have here, oops, sorry about that, is my little utility bag. It says it's Delphonics, and this is supposed to be a Japanese brand. I found it on Amazon, but inside it said it was made in China when the packaging came. I'm like, I don't know. It's probably a knockoff for all I know. Anyways, in here I have my highlighters, my pens, Japanese pens that I use for journaling. I use this for my reading journal, note-taking journal, and sometimes also for my commonplace notebook journal. I have my scissors in here. I have some like glue runner, and then a whole bunch of different pens, some mechanical pencils, a lot of different pens. Like I'm not gonna go over every single one of them that I have here. And I also have little pouches of sticky notes that I got from Daiso. I use these in any of my journals. That's that one. And then I also have a small pouch here of additional pens that I use. Anytime I want to like interchange products, if I'm not gonna use it that day, I'll just I'll reuse this bag and change out like the supplies in here. These supplies here stay here steady, but as far as like anything that goes in the middle, I tend to just like swap it out for other ones when I need to use it for some other reason. So I really got this pouch because I'm trying to be more active outside of the house, like making art with my kids, but I haven't tested it out yet. Let's see how this is going to work when I go out, but I'm definitely going to be swapping out a lot of stuff from here. I have washi tape in here, tape roller, which I need to refill. Something on here. I have a date stamp, and it has a little stamper in here. I cover it with some washing tape because it's very messy, as you can see. I try to like cover it, the area that is still a little wet. And then I bought myself a stamp. I think it was at Five Below, and I was able to change the names on there, so I really like that. I just put the name of my YouTube channel, like my brand. And then I also have some like drawing gum, which basically this helps to cover areas that you don't want to paint over, and then you remove it after it dries. I also have a Presto jumbo correction pen, which I also use for drawing, to draw white parts, and then an eraser, a Tombow like eraser. Those are those items on this side. I have here a little pouch where I keep my erasers at. I always separate my erasers so I can easily find them. The only two I have in here are Mono and Faber-Castell, the tacky one. I really like this. This actually helps to draw things really lightly. And I got this one from family that went to El Salvador a couple years back, and it has my name. And then I borrowed my daughter's gouachepainting and use it for an actual purpose of opening and closing my pouch. And then I have two of these clampies. I bought these on Etsy from a reseller, I think, and they were fine, and they're actually pretty good. These were the only colors left, which I was like, perfect, because I like orange and blue. Everybody else wanted the other ones, so I have them here. I have another washi tape here with a little washi tape holder to be able to tear off the washi tape good. A little black clip. Oh, and I have my watercolor pens in here. That's one bag inside of my hobby bag. The second bag that I have on here, not really a bag, is a roll. I recently bought this on eBay because the seller was making like leather notebooks, and I wanted to buy one for my kid. And so I bought them a traveler's journal, like a really nice leather one, and the shop had a sale. I was like, I looked with their other items and I saw this one. I was like, oh my God, this is perfect for me. I bought myself this roll. It's basically like an artist roll. I think it's supposed to hold your brushes. Yeah, but I'm using it right now to hold, well, some brushes and my watercolor pencils and a pencil. This is also going to be interchanged a lot, and it also comes with a little pouch. And I have here like 2 pencils and an eraser plus a pencil sharpener. I don't really have a lot on here yet because I also decided, like, if I go out and I want to draw somewhere or paint something, like, I'll have different options. But there's so much that I can work with now, but I haven't decided where I'm gonna take this yet. If I take it somewhere, I'll be sure to let you know and how my journey went with these items. Next up is 2 of my pouches that I got for free from Blick like about 3 years ago. I got some Tombow pouches to hold my Tombow pens, but I don't have them in here. I have some calligraphy pens. I really like this brand, the Zig brand, which is the Kudetake Zig brand. And these ones are metallic, and some of them are just other colors, but they make dots and lines. And then this other bag is for I have calligraphy pens from the same company, and more of the Japanese markers. These are also from, I believe, Kudetake as well, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know how to read Japanese. I don't know what to tell you what it says here. In here, I have my notebooks for a lot of things. My friend gifted me this one. I put a whole bunch of stickers on here. I just call them my blog notes. I haven't been able to sit down and just like write down things. I'll get to it because obviously I have a lot of paper for that. I recently bought this stencil letter book, and it comes with the stencils in the back, and it has, I believe, a dot grid. I already played a little bit with it. This is going to be for testing, and maybe I could even repurpose this paper to use for my collaging. I have here my sketch journal. The last entry that I did was on the 23rd of February of this year. I don't know why I put 26. It's supposed to be 25. I'm a year ahead. Whoops. And then, yeah, I should probably do one for today. Then I haven't put a little tag on here yet, but this one is my note-taking journal. I mentioned it in my last video. I'm taking notes on this one. And then I also have my art journal. I just included years because I know for a fact that I don't finish things in 1 year. I finish them in years. This is mostly my art journal where I just do collaging and drawing. I think this is my last artwork that I did. And then I also have this notebook, the spiral bound notebook, where I write down a lot of my storytelling ideas for my YouTube channel. And then here I also have my reading journal. Oops, my bag is about to fall down because there's so much items I took out. Oops. My reading journal that I have on here with stickers and my notes, my review of the books that I've read. I'm still in progress with some of these. I just finished shield of sparrows, and I really liked it. Let me put some of these things back in here because my thing is about to collapse.
If I don't put these books back in here, just make us have some weight. Excuse me while I put these in here.
If you think about overconsumption, yes, I am definitely over-consuming. Some of these items, I already had them for a while. But when it comes to collaging, some books I inherited, like this one, I believe. I don't remember who gave it to me. Somebody gave this to me. Basically grid paper, like a quad pad. I repurpose this one a lot. I use it a lot in my journals. I made a bag of all of these stenciling things all of the things that I want to keep to repurpose in my collages, from like calendars, even like cardboard, to like newsletters, magazines, mailers. What else do I have in here? I have a old calendar. I have my cutting mat, which is a tiny one. It's a blue and pink on the other side. I keep it in here just to keep it stable and also to take it off my table, my desk, I mean. Let me see, what else do I have in here? Well, I have another old calendar. I kept this calendar because I'm repurposing it. And yes, I kept the cardboard. I don't know why I'm keeping the cardboard, y'all. I really don't know. I'm like, maybe I'll use it another time, but who knows? If I don't use it within this year, I usually get rid of it. And then here I also have my newsprint, my new newsprint pad. And this is a Bleak Studio newsprint bag. And on here, I use it for sketching with mostly pastels, and to also like hold my other artworks that I did in the past, my experimentations, my practices, my arts. And then here's a lot of other arts that I've done. And I just hold them in here. Sorry if it's like it's kind of hard to open because I don't want to open it completely because it's a mess. So yes, I keep it just to hold items in place too. This takes up a lot of room. I already showed you these, right? I showed you my fabric pastels that I use to color this specific thing here. It's really light. I have some stamping stuff here. I bought some of these stuff from Amazon haul. Yes, there is an overconsumption of things. I'm guilty of it too, not gonna lie. I got my little stamps here. I got my other stamps that I bought from Daiso. I repurpose a lot of packaging. And then this one, I found it at Barnes & Noble's under clearance section. I think it was like $5 or something, or $8, I don't remember. But it has like cards in here, and these are like the little stamps. And then I have on here, a little pad of craft paper. I have an extension cord for like maybe my tablet, I think, or my phone, I don't remember. My sister-in-law gifted me some stuff for my journaling, so I think that's really sweet of her. I got extra tools here, extra petite more. I have these are cute. They work really good. An extra bag, which I probably should put this in here. Yeah, to hold stuff in. And then I have a picture printer. I bought the Fuji Instax Fujifilm. I use it for our record keeping of my family. And then what else do I have in here? Hold on. I'm trying to put things back as we continue with this video because I want to record it really quickly. Oof, sorry y'all, so much stuff. Okay, and here I have another pocket of my clay, air dry clay that I use, and I have the bag that holds all of my supplies for my air dry stuff. You'll see supplies here, which I haven't taken out of that, and then more here. I probably should, but I'm afraid that if I take them all out, they're gonna get rusty from the moisture. I haven't figured it out yet, so I just leave them on their own. That's done. That one's it. And then I also have an apron. This is an apron that was gifted by a family member. Her daughter got her extras, and so she just gave me one. So I use this when I make my crafts to protect my thing, or to actually hold items in here. Actually, I could probably use it as a, now that I thought about it, I could also use this as a supply roll. Ooh, I didn't even think about that. I just thought about it now. Multitasking. I have some gloves here. I don't know why I have these here. I think somebody gave them. They had extra ones, so they gave them to me. And then I have tape here. I think that's it in that pocket. Yeah, I have tape. It's collected a lot of dust, as you can tell. But I use this as a tape that holds down my paperwork and protects other areas. Let's see. And then I have one more thing here. Some PVC bookmarks that I could probably use for collaging. I'm collecting here some things I'm going to be using for my journals and also for my mood boards that I printed out. I have here my Mungyo watercolor palette. I believe this is a 48 one, if I'm not mistaken. Really like these Korean art companies. I have that one in there. And then lastly, I have my Stickertopia Romantasy sticker book. This one has a lot of stickers in here that I use for my reading journal. That's what I have here in this big old book bag. Okay, let's go ahead and just like talk while I put these things back in here. I think I saw a video recently from Olivia about, she was giving some really good tips on how to, if people use their phones help coping with their anxiety or something, then it's the same thing with the hobby bags, I believe, or the analog bags where you're carrying them around just so you can have something to do. And it might be that reason, or it might be, I would say it's also boredom. Waiting around for like things can be very boring. And a lot of us tend to don't know what to do with ourselves. And it's okay to carry around something that is going to keep you busy. That's why people carry books, or they carry newspapers, or they carry like sketchbooks, whatever. I think some people just don't find everything entertaining. Like even if you go to gatherings, you might not be entertained. I think one time I went to a restaurant and I had one of my small sketchbooks and I was waiting for my food order and they were taking a while. I just started sketching, like I started sketching the lights, I started sketching the mural that they had on the wall. And so for me, getting something done while I'm waiting, I think it's a good practice to have. You know, but sometimes too, like if you just don't want to do anything, you don't want to carry anything else with you, I think that's totally fine as well. I've done that before where I've gone to doctor's visits and I just sit back and I watch people, like, you know, observe people, listen to conversations, just sit there, be there in the moment. I guess that would be a good thing to do as well. I try to do as many of these hobbies as I possibly can. I'm big on resting, but I'm also big on trying to find moments of creativity. I don't think there's any one type of way to do things. Without much further ado, because I'm done talking and my battery is about to drain completely, just wanted to say thank you for sticking around. Just wanted to show you what currently is in my hobby bag. I don't really carry this with me to a lot of places because let me show you, it's pretty heavy. If I put all of these back in here, right, all of these items in here, it's gonna be about, I don't even know how many pounds, to be quite honest. I like the fact that I can tie this up. But can I carry this with me? No, I can't. I leave this here in the living room. I think this is about maybe 25 pounds, I would say. Yeah, and it's mostly books. The weight comes from the books, and I carry my books around everywhere. I'm a book lady, or I'm a bag lady. What do you think? Am I a bag lady or a book lady? I don't know. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.